Welcome to the Utah Football Fans Podcast. Please like, subscribe, and share. And as always, go Utes. Welcome to the Utah Football Fans Podcast. I'm here with Gary and James, and they were dancing up a storm before we came live here.
We've got rhythm. 25 more days, baby.
It's
right?
August.
Right?
Football starts this month. It's hard to believe, isn't it? We're glad to have you here.
Yeah.
Please make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Make sure you're subscribed on your podcast app. Any way you follow us, we want you subscribed. Make sure you're liking the video. Give us a super chat, a super thanks. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook, Instagram, all the good stuff. Again,
All
YouTube, all the things.
All the things.
Football starts this month. Oh,
Three and a half
isn't that weird to say?
3.5 weeks.
Really?
It's here. Yeah. 3 weeks from Thursday. That's it. It's crazy.
Can't believe we're here.
I need it bad.
I do too. We're in the harsh days of summer where it's 105 degrees and you're just anything football right now.
Give me college football, a nice sweatshirt, some jeans. Best time of year. Can't wait to have it. Hey, you been watching Olympics?
I have not.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
It's on at a weird time. I'm at work.
Oh, that's no excuse. They have replays.
They have replays and everything.
But by the time the replay's going, I already know what happened.
That's true. But
I don't know. I'm a Winter Olympics guy over Summer Olympics.
I've been watching some gymnastics, fantastic. Women won the gold. But BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for everything online sports betting. Right now, you can receive a 50% free bet of up to $250 on your first deposit to bet on anything from the Olympics to baseball to Formula One racing. BetOnline has every stat, every matchup, and even live odds and spreads while the games are being played. And then when the game's over, you can head on to their online casino and get in on a game of blackjack or poker or one of their 150 slots games. Yeah, maybe you want to do one of those, Gary. Head to their website today to get in on the action. Use promo code BELIEVE, that's BLEAV, for your 50% off free bet credit on your first deposit up to $250. BetOnline, the game starts here. So yeah, even if you're not going to watch the Olympics, you can still
bet responsibly.
You know, Gary was banned from 8 or 9 casinos in Vegas for counting cards.
Yeah, I'm so good at it.
Something like that. Yeah. True story. It's a true story.
Yeah, right.
He's like a Rain Man.
Card counting. Careful, you're going to get someone investigating him or something weird like that. All right. So football starts this month. Fall camp has begun. Let's get into it. Where do you want to start with fall camp?
Well, okay, here's what it is for me. We really don't know a lot. You get the after the practice stuff and a few things may leak out, but we really don't know because no one's there watching live.
Right.
But there's stuff yet to talk about. But for me, to be honest, the biggest news coming out of camp right now after the first week, that there is no news about any injuries.
100%.
Seriously.
100%.
No news is good news.
We didn't come to the mic and say, well, so-and-so is out for the season.
Right.
And so for me, that's the biggest, most positive news thus far.
Could not agree more. It's the only thing right now I'm rooting for is just get through healthy. Like every fall camp, there's always, fall camp. There's always, you lose somebody. It's just an expectation at this point. But yeah, just get through, stay healthy, and let's get to the season. Then I'm with you. The rest of the stuff, it's coach speak, it's wit speak, right? He'll give you a little here.
He's giving some insight.
He'll give a little there. I mean, today they talked about the quarterback and who's going to be number 2 and number 3, and there's separation. We don't know what that means. it's too early to say. We don't really know. Like, you can read into it. But yeah, I'm with you. Every day that there's no injuries, it's a good day.
I believe Witt has mentioned they are modifying their training a little bit this year to hopefully help, as we all know, all the injuries that happened last year in fall camp and then continue to happen. So I don't know if he's been super specific about what that means.
Yeah, it is. He has.
Yeah, what has he said
So
about
what
that?
it is, at least as I understand it, they've tried to model it more after an NFL camp.
Okay.
And so what they're trying to ramp it up for when the season starts.
That's right. That's what he said.
But the way they're going to do it is have 2 days of practice, day off.
Yeah.
3 days of practice, day off. 4 days of practice, day off.
So just slowly
keep building and building.
Yeah.
That's one side of it. The other has to do with lifting and some of the soft, and what he said, soft tissue injuries they get from lifting is to be more, I can't remember the specifics, but to be more careful in the way they do that. I mean, all that sounds good, but what we won't know is typically last year was disastrous, but when Utah comes in, they're such a physical team. You hope that out of the gate, the physicality is there.
Right.
However, let's be honest. SUU is the first game, so that gives you another week and a half.
Yep.
Then it's
Utah
Baylor
State.
It's Baylor, and then
Utah State.
Yeah.
So anyway,
You're right. You're right.
That's what I understand. The modification is at Camp Witt.
Well, fingers crossed that it works.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a delicate balance between keeping you guys healthy but getting ready for the season. Like it's such a balance there. Last year, I feel like they maybe went a little too hard because the year before, if you remember, we played Florida the first week and we were missing tackles left and right and cost us the game in a lot of ways. And so then last year it was stepped up maybe too much. And I'm with you. I think it's exactly that. I think that it's okay. We have SUU. We should beat them pretty soundly. That will be a nice tune-up game. And then Baylor comes to town, and then the season kind of really gets going at that point. And then, USU, who knows what's going on up there.
It's so nice. I know there's still question marks and QB2 and all of that, but the fact that every week we're not waiting to hear about who our quarterback's going to be.
I know that I'm with you.
It's so nice. You think about that last year, every week it was, is Cam going to play?
Yeah.
Is Cam going to play? Is Cam going to play? We didn't even know the day of our first game against Florida. And so it's so nice to just know, well, yeah, cross all your fingers, all your toes, everything. But
it's not only that first game.
Oh,
it's second
every
game.
game.
Oh, well, yeah.
Please make the season.
I mean, you got to stay healthy all the way through. Also, yes, Mike. Yeah, Mike. It is the biggest news is Coach Whittingham's calf muscles.
Did you see that picture?
That picture.
If you have not seen that picture, oh my
Right on.
gosh.
Sassy,
Those are
thank
amazing.
you.
If you have
Little super
not
chat there. Thank you so
seen
much.
this picture of Whittingham's calf muscles,
It looks fake.
it looks fake. And
They're not fake. I've seen those in real life.
It's unbelievable.
Those are real.
Ladies, and even James.
Oh, dude.
It doesn't matter.
it doesn't
Ladies,
matter.
gentlemen, everybody, look at that
Everyone.
picture.
I'm going to tweet it out right now. It was so funny that the first thing, I mean, you get on in the morning, you get on Twitter, and that was the first thing, and the person had retweeted it, said, geez, Utah football, my wife's on this app or something like that. It was pretty good.
Hey, they know what they're doing. They're bringing in
Oh
the female audience.
I'm going to tweet it right now.
Let's have
if you
some
haven't
more.
seen it, go to our Twitter account.
Hey, Utah football social media. Let's have some more Coach Witt content. I would very much appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh, by the way, I owe a statue of Witt and Brian thumbs up. You guys now owe me $3. So there you go. Love you guys.
Okay, here's what the quarterback situation. Let's talk
Okay.
about a little bit anyway. Yeah, Cam's the guy. Everybody knows it. That's it. Let's hope he stays upright all season. No issues. Yeah, Witt talked about the QB situation. You got Rose, you got Wilson. Now, at the early part of camp, he said they were neck and neck.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have Heward, who came in, who was with Washington, who left. I went to Cal Poly, I think. Because Penix became Penix at Washington. So he left. Now he's in camp. And Witt says the thing about him is he's a smart guy, but he's behind the eight ball because he has to learn the offense. He said, though, that this Thursday is a scrimmage for the team. And he goes, that's going to be a big revealer as to who may be number 2. So that's my understanding of what's going on in the QB situation. The bottom line is about that, though, is it's nice to have 4. At least 3, 4 guys that seem to be
hopefully
give us a little more stability.
Hopefully we never see any of them.
I know it's so true. It's like
even
I love you, but I don't want to see you play this year.
SUU, get in there, get Cam some reps, get him out in the 3rd quarter, and then we can see some other dudes. Rose, Wilson. I would love to see Wilson play. That'd be so cool. And then the other guys, I love you, but I don't want to see you again for the rest of the year. Maybe against Utah State.
That would be nice.
Play them all.
But
play them all.
Just roll them through.
I want to kick the. I better not say what I was.
Censor. I don't have the button right here.
Can I show some bitterness?
Sure.
Oh.
Do it.
Bitterness. Here's some bitterness.
Bitterness is fun.
Against who?
The pig farmer.
Oh.
The pig farmer's the QB, at Utah State.
Is he going to start? I don't know if he's going to start.
He's not going to start up there?
What do you mean? He's not.
I thought he's like their guy.
State?
I thought. Now this was before all the stuff that was going on.
Hey, Lonnie Johansson, glad you're here again.
Is he going to be the guy?
On FM.
Because this was before all the drama up there and coach getting fired and all that sort of stuff. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, if they had named someone else the starter. I don't know Utah State.
No, he went up there to be the guy.
I'll look it up.
All
I'm going to say is this. I appreciate all that he did. Okay, fine. However, that game against Northwestern, the bowl game
was horrendous.
After all that he's played for Utah in some of the biggest games that Utah has played against some of the greatest competition.
Yeah, USC.
In college football.
Yeah.
To go out and look like that's his first game.
I know, it's wild.
That still irks me bad.
Yeah.
I got to say. So I want to go up there and kick the crap out of him. That's it. That's my bitterness.
Look, it's hard because you're right. The guy beats Florida.
Seriously.
He beats Florida. We beat USC. I mean, some good.
Almost beat Ohio State in the Rose Bowl.
Yeah, with him. And then you're right. And then
That's true. He played that game too.
There was just this like Jekyll and Hyde sort of a thing. By the way, see?
Wow.
Thank you, John. I was just looking it up.
John, okay, read what that says.
So according to the Deseret News, it's Spencer Petras. But again, this is old. It's back in May. This was going into their summer, fall.
Wow. Okay.
So we might not even get to play him.
But this other guy, he transferred in from Iowa. So it's not, I mean, there's a good chance that we don't see him. But
I'm sure we'll talk way more about it when it's game week, when we preview Utah State.
I'm so ready for game weeks.
Okay, let's go here, though. The running backs.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. At least right now. So Bernard. I said that kind of weird, didn't
I?
Barnard.
I love him, by the way.
Mackay.
Hey, Mackay, just go with Micah. It'd be so
No,
much easier.
at this point now I know it's in my brain, Mackay. So if he ever switched it, I'd be screwed.
Look, he's apparently number 1.
Yeah, he's the guy.
Yeah.
You've got Glover. And then Witt today said Mitchell is right on the heels of Bernard.
Oh.
Now, earlier, a few days ago, Quinton Ganther was talking, and they're talking, and Witt has even said this, there may not be a distinct number 1.
Yeah. Yeah.
That they may have to go by committee, and there's strengths in everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And as from a Utah perspective, that's unique.
Yeah.
We've never, I don't ever remember a time it was like that. We've usually had a featured back, and usually a Booker, a Moss type back who can be an every down carrier, and grind and pound it. Right now, we don't have it. Now, Mitchell may end up being the guy, but that's going to be a unique view for Utah, not having that one dude.
Yeah, that is different. I mean, and last year we struggled so much because JJ, he's not that kind of back either last year. And he was the number one guy. And then, of course, he was dealing with injury all year long. But yeah, we've kind of missed that really strong guy. I think Glover, he has that potential, but at the same time, his size,
that's it.
Like, he's a massive dude. We've talked about that before.
His thighs.
He's
solid.
He's solid, but he's shorter. So it's, but yeah, that would be interesting.
Not the power back, every down power back that Utah usually has.
He showed a lot of potential in the last couple of games last year. If you go back and watch the Colorado game, he had some plays that were like, okay, wow, it is coming that way. I will say the running back position is one of the positions that gives me some pause. I'm a little bit nervous about it because Bernard, yes, he's been here, he's done that. And it's just the depth. It's the depth, the lack of that. That's the guy, right? There's other teams, they've got the guy. We don't have that. And it makes me nervous. And then every year people get hurt. Traditionally, that running back position is because they get banged up. They moved, I had it pulled up. They moved a linebacker to the running back room today. Hunter Andrews. They moved him to the running back room. Now, he was a running back in high school, so he's familiar. He was here for a linebacker, but just to add some of that depth.
Is Chris Curry still around?
No, he transferred.
He transferred.
Yeah, which is too bad. Because he could, and again, he could just never stay healthy.
Yeah, he couldn't stay. I mean, I don't know.
So that's one of the areas that I'm concerned about is just the running back position. And now I think that Bernard can be very, very good. But
he missed a whole year though last year. I mean, that's
that was
the thing.
From a weird situation.
Well, we still don't even really know.
I know
the story with that situation, but it's the experience.
They're just not the big back. So if they use it properly, I'm okay with it. But I'm with you. Who knows?
Anyway,
the other thing the only other thing I've been thinking about is our safeties situation because we lost Bishop
and Vaki.
But as I understand it, I think it was from Witt that Tao Johnson, he is going to be our free safety.
Yeah.
And he was saying, when you think of Vaki was
Vaki was the free safety.
Yeah, Vaki.
Cole Bishop was the strong safety. But yeah.
We all know how good Vaki was, but Tao Johnson, he says he has this over-the-top speed. That this guy, we haven't had a guy like that for a while. And that's going to make a difference because of his speed. And he probably has that sealed up. Now, as far as my understanding anyway, strong safety, the Cole Bishop thing, Richie kind of he's been in the system and all that kind of stuff, but there's guys on his heels.
I hope so.
That could overtake him. So I trust that it'll end up being good.
That's the thing though, is with the safety again, like you said, we lost Bishop, we lost Vaki. So that makes me nervous, but I just have so much trust in Scally and just putting guys in more than I do maybe on the offensive side. Because every year it's just, oh, well, hey, we lost. I don't even know. Jalen Johnson, what are we going to do? Oh, Clark Phillips steps in. You know, it's just
true.
It's just kind of rolls that way. And so I have faith back there and just the scheme, the talent, the guys. But you're right. We're replacing both safeties. That's a big position. So,
all right.
Anyway.
So, James,
yes,
you sent it to me today. There was that on 3, I think on 3 posted it. You sent it to me, which was a poll. You correct me if I'm wrong, or someone in the chat.
They'll correct you
if it's wrong. But there was a poll of the top, was it 25 coaches in America going into this season, which will be updated weekly apparently. But it's a poll. I forgot the acronym or whoever does it, but it's supposed to be coaches throughout the entire country in different levels, different leagues, all that kind of stuff, who vote for, they all send in their names, their top 25, and who gets number one, gets so many points, all this crap. I don't know.
Such crap.
And they came
Why are
up
you
with their
doing
top.
It's not really the coaches.
Ah,
The coaches aren't doing it.
Exactly.
It's
It's
the
some
coaches
staffer.
poll.
It's a
It's
joke.
the
we,
coaches
we
poll.
know for a fact. We
Okay.
know for a fact Whittingham, especially this time of year, you think that Whittingham is taking a fraction of a second to sit down in his office and go, okay, let's see, who's the top 25 programs before the season starts? Let's see. Okay, we got Georgia number 1. No,
It was Kirby. I'm talking about coaches, not the.
no, it's the top 25 coaches poll. It's the coaches
Okay,
poll.
there's that, but it's this. It's this. I'm talking about not the coaches poll of teams. They rank the top 25 coaches.
Oh, you are talking about something totally
We're talking
different.
about different things.
Oh, well,
What you sent me was
regardless.
coaches.
Regardless,
But yeah, there's the coaches poll that came out. I'm not even interested in that.
oh, but I'm talking about something.
That's what he sent you today.
No,
I sent you the coaches poll today. Bryn,
You sent me the
no.
No,
the
he
poll
didn't.
on coaches.
No, he didn't. Gary,
Bryn, read that out
he
loud.
sent you the preseason coaches poll, the one that coaches,
Vote on.
staffers vote on. That's what he sent you today. So I don't know what you're
Here,
talking about.
Here, you're gonna need these. You want those?
Well, we can go with that.
Regardless, the coaches are not voting on this. I think that we talk about this every single year. Preseason polls are so stupid because it's not going to end like this. It gives certain teams an unfair advantage to start the season, in my opinion. It's really dumb. I don't think they should not have polls until week 4. That's when you're really going to start seeing teams. That being said, we're going to talk about the polls. We're going to go through. We're going to see what your opinions are on did they get it right or not.
Is this the coaches?
This is the coaches poll.
So-called
So this is the
coaches?
so-called coaches poll.
It should just be called the
It's
staffers
just
poll,
it should be the
It's so stupid.
the low-level
the
staffer
low-level-
poll.
It's probably the equipment manager as Whittingham's walking in goes, fill this out.
All right.
Okay.
Just go quick on
All
this.
right, Georgia 1. Yeah. Ohio State 2. Oregon 3.
Mm.
Texas 4. Bama 5. Ole Miss 6.
Mm.
I think Ole Miss is going to be good.
Mhm.
Notre Dame 7.
Mm-mm.
Every year.
It
Every
is
year with Notre
every
Dame.
year.
Every year. Michigan 8. Michigan with their freaking
You're gonna get banned
Maybe-
from everything.
Jeez. Penn State 9. Like that one. Florida State 10. Missouri 11. LSU 12. Utah 13. Clemson 14. Tennessee 15. We'll stop there.
Yeah.
And
So
then there
Utah
are a
13.
couple. Then there are four Big 12 teams 17, 18, 21, and 24.
Who
So,
are they?
Oklahoma State at 18, Arizona 21. Who am I missing? Kansas at 24.
Is
Kansas State. Kansas State. Sorry, at 17.
I was gonna say they've got to be on there.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's
I think this poll's garbage.
5.
I don't even follow it during the year.
it's so bad.
I don't because it's staffers.
Well, again, you think the coaches, like you said, they're not.
No.
You think throughout the year they're filling these out with all the stuff that they deal with and their mind is on. They're only focused on their team. I don't know.
Let's go with a real poll.
Real
Okay,
quick,
but
if any coach is actually taking the time to fill this out, their team's probably going 3-9. I mean, honestly, their mind is in the wrong place. There's
That's
not
fine.
a coach in America that is taking the time to fill out the coaches poll today or at any point during the
Yeah,
season.
it's coaches poll's the worst.
Coaches poll's the worst. Give me the AP poll.
well, even that we've
Even
talked
that.
about. The AP poll was garbage. But before we move on to someone
Anyway,
whose opinion I actually do respect, we do want to mention we have a brand new sponsor, Be Neat Cleaning Company.
Right on.
We're
my
so
wife is
excited.
very excited about this.
I know, me too. We're excited to have them be a part of the program. Make sure you look them up on social media or on their website, which is beneatcleaningco.com. And that is BEE, like the little bee.
Like Beehive State.
Yeah, exactly.
There you
So
go.
they
See?
do house cleaning and they clean for the Parade of Homes in the Salt Lake Valley, Utah Valley.
Dang.
And they're actually going to be doing some partnerships with some Utah football players. So make sure you're following them. Again, beneatcleaningco.com. And if you mention Utah Football Fans Podcast, you do get $40 off your first house cleaning.
Dang.
I know. Fantastic. We're
Dang.
so excited to have them. So we'll keep mentioning them here on the program, but make sure you are following them. And yeah, get your house
So all you
cleaned.
bums out there, this is their chance.
You know
It's my
what?
dream
It
to have
is.
my house cleaned.
There you go.
Would you-
Especially,
okay, here's the
especially at
question.
the end of summer. I'm
Would
so
you
sick of
rather
it.
have a personal chef that makes all your meals or someone that comes and cleans your house twice a week, let's say?
Chef twice a week? Cleaning my house twice a week, I don't need that. But chef every day. If I had a chef
Dude.
every
Brent-
day coming
Brent,
in,
I've met your children. You
I need a house
you-
cleaner.
Gary
Well,
has both
Be Neat,
already.
Be
Yeah, I don't
Neat
need
Cleaning
anyone.
Company.
Give me that chef.
Look them up. Be Neat Cleaning Company. Okay, let's go to somebody who knows what they're talking about, and I very much respect his preseason poll.
Friend of the show,
Joel Klatt.
Joel Klatt. Everybody.
I wish so
Clap it up for
badly.
Joel
One of
Klatt.
these days. One of these days. It's like my bucket list guest would be Joel Klatt or
Seriously.
Pate. Either
I'm
one.
For real. All right, Joel Klatt's preseason top 25. You want me to read these?
Yeah, and what you think?
Okay, so he's got Ohio State #1.
I like it.
I like it.
I do too,
I think
actually.
they're going to be good.
Oh, they're gonna be
Georgia #2, Texas
I don't
#3.
know about Texas. I got to say,
I'm with you on that. I
for some
like
reason.
going into the SEC.
Mhm.
Again, let's wait and see polls, but it gives us something to talk
yeah,
about.
but people
I think
are
Oregon.
already
Personally, I think Oregon should be ahead of Texas.
I do too. Oregon over Texas. Agreed.
Oregon's 4 on
Oregon
as
is
you can see.
4th. There's that Ole Miss again.
Gary, Ole Miss.
Ole Miss,
No, I'm not saying they're not going to
5th.
be good, but Oh.
Notre Dame 6th. Michigan 7th, Alabama 8th, and Utah at #9.
See,
Thank
Klatt
you,
knows football.
Mr. Joel Klatt.
Texas Mike, USC 14. Did they get a defense? I'm so excited to watch USC.
But I am
in
with
the Big
Texas,
Ten.
Mike. I'm sick of hearing about Texas.
I am too. Every Texas and Notre Dame every year. I'm
Even
so
when they're
sick of it.
garbage, that's all you hear.
Yeah, they go 3-9, and it's like, oh, Texas, they're back. What are you talking about?
It's
I'm with you.
Yeah, that's the thing. So, because I'm hearing people talk about Texas winning the SEC and all that
No.
stuff this year, but it's like you have Georgia right
And
there
Ole Miss.
and Ole Miss. So,
And Oklahoma is also in the Big 12 now,
yeah.
or sorry, the SEC now.
Okay, so then he's got Penn State at 10th. Is that Mizzou?
Yeah.
At 11th, Miami.
Chris the ball, baby. You got his team going.
We play. Hey, have we mentioned? Yes, we have mentioned that.
Chris
Yeah,
the
we
ball.
did.
I'd love to play them again. And oh, freak. Their QB out of Washington State.
Cam Ward.
Cam Ward is their Q.
Mhm.
I know. We
He's
won't.
going to be good, too.
He is.
Florida State, and then USC,
SC.
Oklahoma, Kansas State. No.
Yeah,
Yes,
Kansas
Kansas State.
State.
Sorry, I'm looking at logos, so sometimes
And it's really
hard.
small,
It's
so we
small.
apologize.
So then Kansas State, and then Oklahoma State,
State.
is who he has.
Tennessee, LSU.
Tennessee, LSU, and then Kansas,
Then
Arizona, Clemson,
Hey, Clemson's way down
Nebraska.
there. What Dabo?
Dabo. So yeah, a few Big 12 teams on there, but Utah, he has the highest at #9. He always said death, taxes, and Utah football. That's like
That's
his
it.
thing now. He said it again on the show today. He knows, and he did say, Big 12, watch out, Rice Eccles is the hardest place to play in the Big
Do you want
12
to
now.
hear it or not?
Play it.
Oh yeah,
Dude,
sorry.
we've got it.
We're
Brent's
just going to hear a
wrap
I
it up,
small-
but
listened
we've
to
got
him
it.
today, so it's on my brain, but go ahead.
This is
I know,
Joel.
John, Nebraska.
Texas, Utah football. This is my pick in the Big 12. Utah is really good, really tough. And I know the Big 12 teams are not going to want to hear this. And I understand that some of those places are tough to play in. Salt Lake City and Utah is now the toughest place to play in the Big 12. Period.
Amen.
Period.
Hallelujah.
Say it again.
That home field advantage is real. They are incredible at home. And when healthy, this is one of the best teams in the country. Cam Rising back at quarterback. Keithy back at tight end. These guys, when they're
Go to there.
Okay, that's good.
Okay.
I love
Clap.
you, Joel.
Can I just say
Nose
something?
ball, baby.
Utah fans, clap it up for yourselves because when he says Rice Eccles,
That's us. That's us.
it's you Utah fans. That's what he's talking about. That's us.
And he's not wrong. He's not. as far as home field advantages go, Rice
Top
Eccles is,
team in the league. Hey, that's him saying it.
yeah, that's not arrogant
and he
Utah
goes on
fans
to
saying
say
it.
he goes on to say that Coach Witt is top 3 to 4 in the country. Coach.
Which he is.
Cheers.
Have you
So-
seen the Cavs, people? He
Yeah,
is.
Your coach could never.
All I know is death and taxes are certain.
In Utah
And
football.
And
Utah
Utah
football.
football. So congrats to all you Utah fans that make Rice Eccles the place, because it is fun. Need that energy.
3.5 weeks. 3.5 weeks. We will be there.
What do we do? Okay, if we do the third down jump on third down, then what do we do on
You
the
jump again, Texas Mike.
yeah.
You just
If
keep
they're
jumping.
going for it, you just keep jumping.
That's very philosophical.
Also, though, Texas Mike, come to a game, dude. Please come to a game. You can sleep at Gary's house.
No, you can't.
Hotel Gary.
Hotel. It's an Airbnb, Gary.
All right, so let's go. Let's move on. So we did some polls on Facebook and Instagram. We put out the same exact poll, so I'll be curious to see what Instagram
Mm-hmm. The breakdowns.
breakdowns. I looked at it real quick, and they're pretty much the same, but there's some differences.
Okay.
But anyway, then we can discuss it. But the first poll question, other than Cam Rising, Utah, who is the top QB in the Big 12 this year? Is going to be the top QB in the Big 12. And I was actually surprised.
I was very surprised by this.
But that we have at 66%, it's Noah Fafita. That's who I chose. I think he is going to light it up. The dude was good. Shadur Sanders, what is that, 23%? And then Jalen Daniels,
13%.
13%. Now, here's what I will say. Particularly on Facebook, you have to scroll down to find the rest of the QBs. I think I put set 8 of them on. I don't think some people actually look who's there.
They just
And
saw the top 3.
Top 4.
Yeah, okay.
And in all fairness, for us at Utah and others, we really haven't played these teams, so we don't know their QBs and their
Right.
situations.
True. That
They're not
is
as
true.
familiar.
Right. We know Arizona.
You know,
We know Colorado.
Colorado.
Like we know those
Yeah,
teams
but
because we played them.
you know, Daniels. Anyway,
Yeah,
his poll,
Daniels.
Fafita by far is
So
the
Instagram,
winner.
and see, Instagram, you can only have 4 choices, so we couldn't list all
Right.
those other guys. But Instagram is interesting because Fafita is the most with 55%. And then you have Jalen Daniels with 26%.
Over Shador.
And Shador got 18%. That's at least on Instagram.
Who'd you vote for?
I voted for Fafita. I mean,
What about you?
you voted for Shador.
I voted for Shador. I
It
think
is tough.
it's hard. I think as far as like pure quarterback goes, I think he's the better quarterback. I think the team offensive line plays such a factor. Look, watching him last year, I was extremely impressed.
Mhm.
So I think Shador, then Fafita, then Daniels. And I think Fafita Daniels is very, very close. You can
Mm.
kind of flip those. I was blown away though. Not that people picked Fafita 1, but just that gap.
Big gap.
Huge gap, 67% or whatever it was. That's what really surprised me. I thought it was going to be a lot tighter than that. So
Maybe again, it's Utah fans. We played Fafita. We didn't play Shador.
dude, Fafita slaughtered us.
He did.
That was not a lot. That was not a lot of fun.
No, that was a horrible game.
He looked great too.
Okay.
Okay, go to the next one.
So the next one is how many points will Utah average per game? So how many points will we score on
Offensively.
average offensively
Okay.
per game? So from Facebook, the winner with 51% was 33 to 37.
I think
Is
that's what I
how
voted
many?
for.
And then 23% is 38 to 41 points.
I'd love that.
28 to 32 points is 17% of the vote. And then only 8% said 42 or higher.
We're
So
going
30,
38 to 41, baby. That's what
that's what you voted?
That's
That's
what it's
where
gonna
we
be.
were when Cam was healthy and we won those
for
back
2
to
years
back.
in a row. We averaged 38
Right.
point something per game. I think with our offense, when you look at the tight end room, the receiver,
Receiver room.
Cam, what is he, 10th year senior? I'm telling you what, I will be disappointed if we don't average 38 plus. I say 33 is low considering what we got coming back.
It's similar on Instagram. 33 to 37 had the highest votes, and then 38 to 41, 42 or higher. So that was flipped those last two. But
I would love it if we were.
What did
in
you
that.
vote for?
I think I did 33 to 37.
I did 3 to 3.
Oh, that's not enough,
Yeah.
man. We're going to be better than that.
I hope so.
I hope so. I hope
Aren't
so.
we? We're better than that this year.
James, put on a helmet. Let's Zoom asked his 3-year-old sister wants you to put on the helmet. I don't think it's really going to fit on James's head,
I don't know.
but
I have a
Really close.
shockingly small head.
so it might fit.
It might fit. I mean, it's kind of embarrassing.
While
When
you,
I get those snapbacks and you know,
me too. You have
it's
to
like-
tighten
it's
all
like-
the way.
The point.
and then in the back it's super tight and it like pinches out because my head's so freaking small.
So put on the helmet. While you're doing that, I am going to say thank you to Thomas
What's that?
Orthodontics. We love having him as a sponsor of the program.
All right, for
Hey,
the rest of the
How does
episode.
that look?
it's
Fits.
balancing right on
fits
his
perfect.
It
right on
actually
his
it's
head.
close to going on.
Let Zoom tell your sister, James, put on
New
the
profile
helmet.
picture. There we go.
That is my favorite helmet, though. So
That's
Oh,
why I
that
picked
is
it.
that is the best one. But shout out to Thomas Orthodontics. Look him up at thomasortho.com. He's in Utah County. So if you are anywhere down there and need some braces or anything like that, he's awesome, does amazing work. We love having him as a part of the show.
Go see
Yeah,
him
okay,
and
Gary
then go play
Singer-
golf at Gladstone because
Gary
that course
Singer-
is amazing.
Oh,
says that if Jalen Daniels stays healthy, he's a Heisman candidate. Yeah, he only played 3 games or something like that last year. There's a lot of talent there,
He's
but
got
his health is an issue. They have no shot if he goes down, but his health is it's key to it. You can say that about
You can
everybody.
say that about everybody. I mean, Cam, you could say that about. You could say that about him. You can say that about
yeah,
Shador.
but he's one of those guys
Yeah,
though that
but-
he's injury prone. There is that's always at the forefront when they talk about Jalen Daniels.
At least
I
what
can
I
see
see a lot of like Penix, very similar injury. Can see the talent. If he stays healthy, he could have an outstanding season.
but
all right.
yeah, out of all those quarterbacks, Fafito was the only one that stayed healthy last year, right? I
Mhm.
mean, Shador was injured.
He got
Daniels
hurt late.
injured. Cam, obviously,
Yeah.
like, so, but
Feet is a gunslinger, man.
okay. So now we're going to how many
he's good.
points, how many points will Utah's defense allow per game? So from our Facebook group, the biggest overall winner is 20 or less points. Man, that would be amazing.
Hey, the D is going to be.
And then a close second is 21 to 25 points. And then 26 to 31. 32 or higher, like didn't even. get
Whoever
anything.
voted for that, you're an idiot.
It's probably a
We're a
rogue,
USC fan.
a rogue fan in the group. And then same
We're a
on
Big 12 fan of some sort. Because there is no way.
that we're gonna allow 32 on average.
No
On
way.
average.
Yeah, see, this is average if over the season. Like, okay, that might happen a
One
game or
tw-
two.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. The Big 12 offenses, they fascinate me. They fascinate me because they
How
just
so?
because
Ooh,
traditionally they
how so?
put up a lot of points. Traditionally, they put up a lot of points. The
Some
defense
do,
is
some aren't.
yeah, it's changed
Some
over
good
the last
QBs
couple.
in the league.
Great quarterbacks in the league. I mean, you could argue there's 6 extremely talented quarterbacks in this league,
Absolutely.
and so it. But that being said, I think Utah's defense is going to be
Okay, what did I picked?
very good.
Go back and look at the stats. Not last. I didn't do last year, and I didn't do 2020, which was the COVID garbage year. I always exclude that because we played 5 games.
Yeah, it's
Well,
trash.
yeah.
But if you go back, and not last year because our whole D, 1s and 2s were out with injuries.
So
I didn't-
wild.
You can't. There's no way. You go back though. We averaged, as far as points allowed by the D, I think it was right around 21, 22 on an average. So that's why I voted
I think we'll be in that
for
same
21 to 25 a game is what our defense will,
Mhm.
on average, allow. I think 20 or less is wishful
That's-
thinking.
That's very wishful thinking.
But see, that's interesting because 20 or less won both the polls on Facebook
Yeah, I
and
think it's
Instagram.
too. I think it's
against these offenses.
I do think it's wishful thinking. 21 to
like if
25.
we allow 25 and score 38. Let's see.
we're winning a
win.
lot.
Oh, really? If
That's
you
the
score
kind of
more
education I
points,
got, baby.
if
Hey,
you score more
Of course
points,
Texas might count 2020.
Yeah,
Yeah, I bet you do.
because it benefited a certain team. All right, what are we doing next? Okay. What will Utah's run pass ratio be?
So does everyone understand what that means?
Why don't you give us a little tutorial?
James, what is run pass ratio?
How frequently will they run the ball versus how frequently are they
What
going to pass the
percent?
ball?
What
percentage?
you run versus percent you pass?
50-50, 60-40, 40. So, yeah.
So I'm curious on this one.
Okay, so on Facebook, the top winner is 40-60. So 40% run, 60% pass.
Yeah.
And it's by a big majority. And then the next one is 60-40. 50-50 is in third place.
I said 60-40 pass run. And especially because I think that those cam runs are going to be limited this year. They have to be limited this year. And so those were a huge part of our offense. You can't eliminate those altogether. And that's a huge part of Cam's game. It's why he's so good. But I think that there's going to be a level of, okay, throw the ball away a little bit more. 60-40, I think, is where we're going to be.
But you're saying
40 run, 60 pass.
Yes.
that's what you're saying.
Yeah. 40 run, 60 pass. That's the number that I'm.
So we're saying run pass. The first number is run.
Sure.
Right? That's what you're saying.
First number, yeah. 40 run, 60 pass.
Okay.
So you agree
with
with
the great balance. I agree with the
you agree
the
with
voters.
Facebook group.
Yeah.
Instagram has actually switched. Instagram, the highest is 60% run or 60% run, 40% pass.
No,
So
that's
it's
not
actually
Ludwig's
switched.
philosophy.
Oh no, he's got a paper. That means
That's old school.
that means he did some research.
So I went and looked real quick. So I wrote it. I wrote it out. So this is what I found interesting. From 2017 to 2022.
Let me guess. 58% pass,
Would you? Shh.
42% run. Is that math? Was that good math?
Probably not. I don't know.
Run pass. 2017, 53 run, 47 pass.
Okay.
That's the hot. 2018, 57 run, 43 pass.
Wow.
2019, which I surprises me, 63 run, 37 pass.
That was Huntley's year.
2021, 57 run, 43 pass.
The hell do I know?
2022, 55 run, 45
Okay.
pass.
Well, James,
If you look at, I'm surprised when I looked this up. I was
Wow.
like, man, that surprises me a lot. So I picked 50-50 because if we did a 50-50 split, that would be a first time ever.
that they'd be truly balanced.
I'm truly balanced. Now, I would prefer to see, I could see us. No, I can't really see it, but if I was hopeful, is that we would throw a little more because the running back situation, we don't have a premier, at least right now, a number one, every down carry. And just because of the weapons we have offensively as receivers, we've never had this many guys.
And tight ends. We're 4 tight ends deep. Whittingham said today that our tight ends are so deep, they're having a problem getting everybody reps.
The point is, if you put a bunch of tight end sets, that's hard to cover for some defenses.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I'm just saying I could see it lean passing percentage higher, and I would hope so, even just a little bit. But if you look at our record, that isn't how Utah offense operates. To me, if we went 50-50, dang, we've thrown the ball a lot more than we have.
I'm really surprised by that. I want to answer real quick.
know.
So Trojan fight, how big of a loss was Jaquindon Jackson to you guys?
As a running back, I don't know, because again, I just feel like we didn't get to see him actually perform last year. He was injured the whole season. He would come in and try, and he'd play a few snaps, and then he'd go out. And then he'd come in once, and then he'd go out. And for me, it was more, he was a good leader. He had the heart for the team. That was where it hurt to lose him.
Yeah.
Skill-wise, I don't know. Because again, he was not a running back. He came in to help our running back room. Yeah. He was a quarterback. So I don't know.
It never materialized. I always
hoped, it didn't.
And maybe if he was here this year, another year in the program, and if he was healthy, certainly he would be an important piece this year. But by the fact that we lose him, do I think that it's going to be a catastrophic or extremely critical problem? I don't, personally.
I think if he was still here, I think he'd be the number one.
Yeah, he would. If he's healthy.
If he's healthy, that's the problem. Exactly what you said, Brent. I think that when he was healthy, he showed flashes that were like, dang, because he was big, he was strong, he was fast, he was athletic.
In 2022, I feel like,
Yes.
or when we really saw those.
He was, but he wasn't carrying the bulk of the load there, right? And so then last year he was hurt the entire season, and so I think that it would be a huge loss if he had been healthy all of last year. I think that he leaves. There's other guys that will plug in. I don't think it's going to be that huge of a loss, but I
wish he was still here.
I wish he was still
no
here.
doubt about it.
I wish he was still here, healthy, because I think he would be the number one guy. And I liked the way he ran. I liked that he
I liked him. I was disappointed.
Yeah, it was a bummer. So
just to Tony, yes, Baylor's non-conference this year.
yes, still non-conference game, which is really dumb.
It's weird. But
It's weird. All right, next question. Will you be traveling to an away game this year? On Facebook, 72% said yes,
Sweet.
and 28% said no. On Instagram, 52% said yes, and 48% said no. So a little more tight, but I don't know. In the chat, I think we've kind of talked about this before. Are you going to away games? I've seen people start talking about Oklahoma State and how the flights are insane.
Insane.
So I don't know.
Well, I'm going to Utah State. so I
Utah
guess
State,
that's
that
an away game.
counts.
Dude, that stadium's going to be
Red.
50% red.
Yeah.
If not
Yeah,
more.
see, Amy, you just asked, does Utah State count
Absolutely
as away?
it counts.
It's
I guess,
an away
but-
game.
I would like, I don't know yet. I would like to go to another venue,
Okay, what
but
where
I
are you
don't
going to
know
go to?
quite yet.
Okay,
Obviously, everyone says Florida to UCF
UCF.
Oh,
because you're
well.
in Florida and the stuff you can do there. I would love to go to the Oklahoma State game, but I've read the same thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
Oklahoma State fans, is there an easier way to maybe get to Stillwater? I don't know anything about it. Gun to my head, you were like, where is Stillwater on this map? I couldn't tell you.
Well, it's in Oklahoma.
Well, okay.
Could you pick Oklahoma out on a map?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Geography is not my strong
Yes, I could
point,
pick Oklahoma
but-
out, but Stillwater within the state, I have no idea. So I don't
I've
know.
seen people say you can fly into different places, like even
You
Dallas
can fly into
or
Texas
man.
and then drive
and then
in.
drive, which we've done that plenty of times for other away games. So I don't know,
We'll
but
see.
But yeah, UCF would be
Houston. easy to get to.
Houston, yeah, that one is
okay. But
easy to
if
get
I fly
to.
into Houston, then how far is that drive? About 4 hours north of Dallas. That's not terrible.
We need to go to Oklahoma State.
Guess what? I just bought a cowboy hat over the weekend, so I do need to go.
Dang right.
Well, you buy.
Of course,
the-
then
you
I
buy
would
the-
look like I'm there for Oklahoma State, but
Yeah, you buy
Wait,
it
to be
there.
red on.
I'd wear red.
You buy it
4 hours
in
north.
Oklahoma.
Dang man, I didn't know.
Hey, I have a
4
question.
hours is a long drive.
I have a question for my Oklahoma fans.
Oklahoma or Oklahoma State?
No, the people within the state of Oklahoma. I went and saw Twister, the movie. Is that even remotely?
I don't want to know.
Is it remote? Like, is there anything in it that's like, yeah, that's kind of accurate? I've never seen a tornado in my entire life. They terrify me. I've heard the sirens when I lived in Michigan. Oh, and when I was in
Denver.
when you
Denver.
guys did the podcast last time when I wasn't here, I was in Chicago. There were like
the sirens went off.
Tornado
Oh, yeah.
sirens?
I'm in the freaking like 28th story of a hotel.
Oh, you're screwed.
Sirens going off, and no one seemed to be panicking. So I just kind of sat it out. But there was a bunch of tornadoes. So I'm just wondering, is it at all realistic? Because
Who cares? Glenn Powell is in it and he looks amazing. So
it does look
who
amazing.
cares?
He's beautiful. I'm just curious.
I haven't seen it yet, but it's on my list.
It was not great,
I don't care.
but I'm just wondering, like, is
So you
it?
just wish the volume.
just
was down.
wanna-
You could care if the volume was down.
Yeah, I don't need the tornadoes.
Same.
I will just watch him
Same.
in his cowboy hat.
Texas Mike.
Are
is
you
coming to
really
the Holy
coming
War.
to the Holy War? Are you really coming? Are you coming up to Salt Lake
We're gonna.
for that? No, we're
I can't say anything about that.
Oh, Texas Mike, you almost got him going.
Tex-
You almost did.
Eskimo
You-
Joe's. All right, we'll go.
Yeah,
there.
write that down. I want to go.
Okay.
Okay, the last
Last
poll
poll question. Which uniforms of the ones that we listed?
Of these three.
Okay. Just of these three. We know there's all different combinations, but just of these three, which ones do you prefer? So
Okay.
all red, all white, or all black? All red,
Okay.
51%, and all black was 44%. So that's close on Facebook. And then all white only got 5%.
Wow. That surprises me.
That shocks me.
On Instagram, there's more of a gap with all red getting 57% and then all black getting 25%, all white getting 18%. People like the all white. Of those three,
I love the all white.
No. Of those three,
of those three,
all red kicked.
Yes.
What did you-
Think about last
What
year.
did you pick?
I picked the all red. Okay.
Then why are you
Because the all,
propping for white? Would
Oh
you
my
pick
God.
is
red?
all white your second choice?
yes, over all black.
Interesting.
Think about last year, the road game at USC. White, white, white.
Those did look
Beautiful.
really good.
This helmet minus the rose. This helmet, the all white, gorgeous. Beautiful. Over the all black. I like the all black.
Yeah, but don't we traditionally lose in all white?
I don't know.
I
I'm
feel
sure
like
there's a
we've lost in all whites quite a few times.
What did you pick?
All red.
I picked all red. I
All-
do like all black. There's something just mean looking about that.
I like the
love
all
it.
black. I like it once a year. I like it once a year when
Mm.
everybody wears black at Rice Eccles, the team wears all black. I do like that. But after that, I don't know.
I love all red. When we go all red,
The all red.
and that, I mean, honestly, most helmets look good with that.
Oh, I know. I was looking at all those pictures today. The
Beautiful.
all white.
all white.
It's not as
Part
good
of
as all
that
red.
part of that is just because we kicked the crap out of USC
Again.
in the Coliseum in
Again.
our all white.
Yeah, interlocking U's, get rid of that stuff.
Uniforms.
Drum and feather only.
Let's be honest. We need new uniforms. It's been a while.
Oh my God. I thought we were going to get it this year.
I know. I know.
We're not, apparently.
New uniforms. I don't know.
All right, is that the
why.
polls?
That was all the polls.
All right, here's an interesting thing. Let me pull this up on
Also, Gordon, yeah, where is Rose? I'm a little bit hurt.
She was here last
Yeah,
week.
haven't been she hasn't attacked me, so what's going on? Rose.
Wasn't she here last week? Maybe when you weren't here, or no? Maybe that was 2 weeks ago.
I don't know.
I saw this on Twitter. Not sure what to make of it
The highest attendance percentage in college football stadiums.
in 2023 from 247 Sports.
So Appalachian State's at
So,
115.
Yeah, this
115%.
So what we're saying is, so how do you interpret it? Yeah, it's not about total attendance. What it's saying is percentage
Of their stadium fill.
attendance
Right.
through the whole season. Obviously, when you're at 104% on an average, you've oversold your stadium.
Well, yeah, everybody
Okay,
does
so
that.
Appalachian State, what do they have? 20,000. So yeah, all of these stadiums, some are huge, some are small. But Colorado at number 2 with all the hype,
yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
they
Surprise
sold
me.
out every game.
105%.
You got to give them props.
That
for it.
doesn't surprise me.
Oklahoma, props to them. Oregon State. Now they
Oh.
were they
That surprises me.
were they still doing their construction though
No,
this year?
I
Is
think
that
it's
done?
finished.
No, they had finished it.
But they had a great year. They filled it every week. Oregon or Kansas State, props to them. These are decent sized stadiums.
Mhm.
Oregon,
Oregon.
TCU, and then
TCU.
Utah
TCU.
I know, because TCU wasn't very good last year.
and Michigan, 100 and something thousand.
And they oversold
Of
Michigan.
course, the number one team in the nation.
Well, yeah, national champions.
But it also holds like 105,000
I know,
people.
so
they
that's a
were-
lot of
still-
people.
They were
That's insane.
109,000
What
people.
do we have? 53? now?
53 plus.
Props, though, Utah fans. This is you again.
Every year. It's this every year. This is, I mean, we've had how many consecutive sellouts and then sellouts plus? I mean, yeah, it's great.
I think it's fantastic. It's
Mhm.
a great. I don't know. It says a lot about the fan base coming out to our games and Rice Eccles Stadium and everything that Klatt said.
But it is impressive with Utah, especially last year with all the crap we were dealing with and
True.
the team and the injuries and all of that. We still oversold it. And on average, over 102%. for last year. So,
Sold
and
out
we'll
on
do it again
average.
this year.
So I want to ask this just in closing. I got to get your view.
Oh boy, here we go.
Okay. What's he gonna say?
Texas Mike, listen up.
What's he gonna say? I don't
First
know.
Are you going to be cheering for the success of Oregon?
Oh.
Yeah.
Now that they've moved on to the Big Ten, will you be cheering for them to go in there and do some damage?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't even
100%.
hesitate answering that.
100%.
Yeah.
I'm all in on Oregon.
I'm
Me
all
too.
in.
I would say, I'm thinking to myself, how come? But I am.
I don't know.
And I have said this multiple times. I lived in Oregon. When I was there, Oregon fans drove me nuts. They're so arrogant. Okay. Something flipped in my brain,
Mhm.
and I am on the bandwagon.
The rivalry created something.
It was great. It did. We had great games, great rivalry. It was awesome. And now that they're gone, I'm with you. Not without hesitation. I'm all on board. Go
Actually,
win.
like Lanning too, to be honest.
I do too.
It is weird because, like you said, and I had been to a couple Oregon games and had one of the worst experiences
Yeah.
with Oregon
yeah.
fans.
They're pricks.
They came at
And
us.
so, like, I don't know why. I think it's the mutual respect that they continue to give Utah
Yeah.
and we give back. That there's been really close games. They've kicked our butts. We've beat them. It's kind of gone back and forth, and then we beat them in the championship. But they had beat us years
Right.
before in the
Exactly.
championship. So it's that
Yeah, I'm cheering
mutual
for 'em.
back and forth. But yeah, like, and I agree with you. There's something about Lanning that I do like.
Oh, I like as a head coach. Yeah, I like his style.
I think they're going to be very successful.
Okay. Are you going to cheer for Washington?
Less than Oregon, but I'll be casually rooting for them. Yes.
I'm not as. I hope so, but it's so different with DeBoer out of there now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fish has gone up there. Lose everybody. Sort of the. I'm not going to cheer against them. I'll probably end up cheering for them.
That it's kind of that. I'll turn the game on. I'm like, oh, Washington's playing. I'll cheer for them, I guess.
The name recognition with them is so different though this year because
Oh,
Penix
man.
is gone
Right.
and the
Oh,
coach
their
is
entire
gone.
team
The
is
whole
gone.
team is gone. Like,
they could have a rough year, honestly.
All right. UCLA.
Who?
UCLA. You to cheer for them.
Irrelevant.
I don't like.
I'm not even sure they're playing this year. Are they playing? Do they have a schedule?
Did you? You weren't here when we talked about their head coach and the.
We didn't talk about that on the
Oh,
program.
my
You and I talked about
God.
that offline. Did
Yeah.
did everybody?
No.
No, we
No.
didn't talk about that on here.
Dude.
Big Ten Media Days. I mean, this was a couple weeks ago, so I'm sure most of you have seen it. But the UCLA coach, when he got up to give like his opening presser, he like
His brain exploded.
froze.
I don't know what happened.
I don't
We
either.
play in
We
Southern
play in Southern California.
any questions?
We're excited.
It was weird.
It was
Okay.
weird.
It was-
I'm not gonna like. I don't know. I'm not gonna cheer against him. I'm not gonna.
I don't have any hatred towards UCLA. I'm joking. I don't have
Okay,
any
you're
hatred.
right.
UCLA doesn't even care about UCLA football.
That is the statement of the night because you turn on the game and there's 280 people in the Rose Bowl.
in Rose Bowl,
I don't really.
they're
care,
gonna have
so
a rough year. They're gonna have a rough.
I'm
They're
not
gonna
sure
have a
it'll
rough
matter. Okay, but the
Texas
question,
Mike.
Well,
Texas Mike.
Here you go, buddy.
Here's the question that needs to be answered for you guys. Are you going to cheer for USC in the Big Ten? Let's go with James.
Absolutely not. I hope
Really?
they lose every game. Yes. I can't. The hatred bleeds over,
Mhm.
and I think they're going to struggle. Honestly, I think that style. It's going to be rough I can't think of a situation where it will be them versus Team X, and I'm cheering for them.
oh no, there is no scenario where I'm cheering for USC.
No,
Not one. I will cheer for whoever they are playing.
Rutgers,
LSU, they play LSU that first
Vanderbilt.
game.
No, they're in the
SEC.
I will cheer for whoever they're playing. I think Riley's done after this year.
No.
You heard it first.
Wow.
Somebody write it down.
Put this timestamp on it.
No,
at 1
I don't
minute
think
and
they're
7
gonna
seconds.
they're gonna struggle. Their schedule is hard.
Their schedule is hard.
Their schedule
And
is
it's
so
going to be
hard.
really interesting when they're playing Ohio State in the middle of freaking November at the Horseshoe. I don't know if that's actually on their schedule, but you know what I'm saying.
Texas Mike said, "What if you get to sit next to Reggie Bush for the game?" Yes, then I would cheer for them. That's the only way,
What about
Texas Mike, that I would cheer
Well,
for
okay.
USC.
There's the question.
who's Jay Witt?
Jay Witch.
Horrible question.
Put
Jay.
that up.
Okay, put it up.
Put it up. Put it up. Jay Witch.
No, we can't even.
We can't answer this because we can't.
USC. Go next. Go to the next. I would cheer for USC.
Oh, absolutely. I cheer for
100%.
USC.
Okay, that's
If
But
you're
they're
not
not playing.
watching, it's would you cheer for USC or that other
Or the-
team
the other team.
down south there? Who would you cheer for?
USC.
That's not even a
Okay, so I've found two scenarios where I actually would cheer for him. If I get to sit next to Reggie Bush, yes. And if they're playing that other team, sure.
Those are great hypotheticals,
There
but
you
neither
go.
one of them are happening this year. So that was fun.
But don't say that. What if I somehow get to sit next to Reggie Bush someday?
Give me a situation.
I don't know. Somebody arrange it for me.
I'll do my best.
We'll call it.
Reggie and I are on a texting thread together.
You know, I gotta say, I'm not sure if I'm 100% anti-SC.
You're so soft.
You're so weird.
I could see some scenarios. I'm not sure what it is.
Where you would cheer for them?
Yeah.
What? Give me one.
Caleb was the one that rubbed me the wrong way.
No,
most.
the second you turn a game on, you see the Towel Boys, you're gonna go.
Yeah, I mean that's true. Those goofballs with the towels.
Do they
waving
still
in the
do
air.
that?
Yeah, of course they do.
Yeah, that will.
I'm telling you.
Man, yeah, maybe.
How is it that you went off on Barnes, but you can't hate on US?
It's
Make
so
that
true.
make sense.
It's so true. You are a conundrum.
Ooh. Is that the right word for it?
I don't know.
It is.
It is.
Conundrum's a right word.
All right.
You're very confusing.
Anything else of great interest before we call it?
I don't know. I was thinking about this.
Between Bush and Alex?
Sitting between Reggie
I don't
and
think she
Alex.
can handle it.
My head would explode. This season is going to be so different, like in so many ways. Not just with Utah, new conference. There's all these new conferences. Big 10 is completely new. Big 12 is completely new. SEC was new last year, but then the new playoffs. Coaches are all over the place.
It is weird.
Like you and I were talking about it.
Yeah.
I had totally forgotten that Smith had left Oregon State and he's now at Michigan State. And with Saban gone, like I feel like it's a whole new thing this year and it's going to be interesting. I think it's exciting.
Can we change the names of the conferences?
I
to
know.
the Big 12 that has 16 teams and the Big 10 that has, what do they have, 16 teams as well? And it's just gonna.
But this is it. What is it? Didn't it used to be the Southeastern Conference?
Well, the SEC,
Yeah.
Okay. What
Yeah,
was
see, they
the-
don't have the number.
which is how it should be.
Yeah, but nothing's geographic anymore.
That's
so
true.
they can't have
When
like
did
the
the Big 12 used
geographic.
to be
That's a
years
good
and
point.
years ago?
Well, the SEC is still kind of,
But they're like
geographic.
the only ones.
Hey,
I don't know.
At what point does the Big 12 add Florida State and Clemson and do you think that would have happened?
We talked about that a little bit on the last
I don't know if
episode. I
that's
don't
gonna
know. The
happen or
rumors
not.
have kind of gone quiet, and then we'll see if it happens.
I
All
But
right,
love it.
there we go.
I love
football starts soon. We will be back.
3.5 weeks. Next
25 days.
3.5
John,
weeks.
you're coming to the first game. We will be tailgating. I expect to see you there.
Coronavirus. Where you been, buddy?
I know. That's his first comment.
Thanks.
Great name. I still love his name.
Oh, go Utes. For your like, following along. Hit the notification button if I did.
Turn that